Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into something really interesting. The quiet, almost invisible habits that are the real engine behind success. We're going to go behind the curtain to see what highly competent people are doing when they think nobody's watching.
So, let me just start by asking this. In a world that's so loud, where everyone is shouting about their wins, what does real success even look like? Is it just about having the loudest voice in the room? Or, is it something deeper?
And this, right here, this is the core of it all. See, on one hand, you've got what most of us think success is. It's being loud, making big public announcements, always being on. But on the other hand, you have what truly competent people actually do. They operate with this quiet focus, this deliberate action, and they just let their results do all the talking.
To really get this, we've got to break it down into two main parts. First, let's look at how these people see the world, how they process everything coming at them, from feedback to big, messy challenges. This first set of habits is all about their relationship with the outside world, and it really boils down to three simple but powerful things. They listen way more than they talk, they observe instead of comparing, and they take complete ownership when things don't go as planned. So the first habit is the bedrock for everything else. They are expert listeners. It's built on its simple truth, right? You can't learn anything new when you're the one doing all the talking. But it goes deeper than just being silent. They're listening for the subtext, for what's not being said. This kind of deep listening is basically their secret weapon for gathering real intelligence.
And that leads us to a really crucial difference in mindset. So many of us get stuck in the comparison trap. It just drains your energy, makes you feel envious. It's a total dead end. But competent people, they don't compare, they observe. They look at someone else's success and instead of feeling bad, they ask, okay, how did they do that? What's the system here? Then they take those lessons and adapt them. It's all about learning, not longing.
Now, let's talk about what happens when things go wrong. For most people, the first instinct is to point fingers, right? To find someone or something to blame. Highly effective people just don't do that. They take full responsibility, even if no one else would ever know. There's no big public apology, no drama. Just a quiet, honest look at what happened and an intense focus on making sure it doesn't happen again.
Okay, so we've covered how they deal with the external world. Now let's turn the focus inward. How do these people manage themselves? Because this is where the magic really happens, in cultivating an inner world that's built for high performance.
And this internal discipline, it really shines through in four key habits. They practice and refine their skills behind the scenes. They act instead of just talking about their plans. They fiercely protect their own space, and they deal with setbacks with a quiet strength.
I absolutely love this concept. Highly competent people aren't afraid to fail. In fact, they embrace it. But they're smart about where they fail. They create a private space, like a personal laboratory, where they can experiment, mess up, and try again and again.
All of it, far away from the spotlight. That moment where they seem to just shine and make it look so easy, that's not magic. It's the final product of thousands of hours of unseen, unglamorous work. They build their mastery in secret, so their excellence seems effortless in public.
And that ties perfectly into this next habit, letting their actions do the talking. They just don't feel the need to broadcast their big goals to the world. Why not? Well, they know a promise just creates pressure, but a result creates proof. So they put all their energy into the work itself because they're confident that the outcome will be the only announcement that really matters.
In our culture that's always on, this might be the most radical habit of them all. Competent people guard their quiet time like it's gold. And it's not empty time. It's absolutely essential. It's when they recharge their batteries, think back on the day, connect the dots, and strategize. That quiet space is completely non-negotiable for them.
So what happens when things get really bad? When life just kind of falls apart. Competent people aren't immune to that. The difference is how they handle it. There's no public complaining, they just acknowledge the reality of the situation internally, use their quiet space to heal and figure out the next move, and then they come back stronger, without ever feeling the need to give a play-by-play of their struggle to the world.
So when you pull all of these habits together, it brings us to a really powerful conclusion. We have to completely redefine what it means to be silent, especially when it comes to getting things done.
And this right here is the big mind shift. We're taught to see silence as weakness, or maybe a lack of confidence. But for the most competent people, it's the total opposite. Silence is a tool. It's a strategic choice. It's the environment they create for themselves so they can have intense focus on the work that actually matters.
So the next time you see someone who's quiet, who isn't constantly talking themselves up, don't make the mistake of thinking they've got nothing to say or no ambition. Chances are they are just way too busy building, creating, and solving problems to waste time on noise.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. In this incredibly loud world that's always fighting for our attention, what are you building with your silence?